Why does he come to the temple? What statement is Jesus making? He's making clear that Israel's problem is not what she imagines that it is. What kind of a Messiah is Israel looking for? Looking for someone to come and deliver the nation from Roman oppression. If you ask the Jews at the time when Christ came to this earth, if you had asked them, what is your real problem? What is your greatest need? What are you looking for? What kind of deliverance are you longing for? No doubt many of these people were looking for a national deliverance that would result in freedom from Roman taxation, freedom from Roman occupation, freedom from what they perceived as Roman oppression. This is what they were looking for. They thought these were their greatest needs. And they're looking for Jesus to establish a kingdom here on the earth at that time that would grant them all of this sort of deliverance. But Jesus does not make his way to the Roman fortress. He doesn't make his way to where Pilate is living and carrying on his work there. He makes his way to the temple. You see, their problem is not with the Romans. Their problem is with God. What's wrong, you see, as he goes right to the heart of their worship, their place of worship, as he goes right to the heart of where their confidence was. The temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord. I mean, they just knew they had to have God's favor. The temple is there. He goes right to the heart of their place of worship, right to the heart of their spiritual confidence, and he makes plain by his actions that their worship has been corrupted. They're to worship the true God in a true way. And his Father's house has been made a place of robbery. Their problem was spiritual. It wasn't a material problem. It was a spiritual problem. Aren't we to recognize that same priority? Is it possible for us to get caught up in what manifests man's problem and miss what is man's real problem? Put it to you this way, if Jesus had come to the earth during our lifetime, if he were to come today in the same sort of way, where would he begin? I think there are many Christians who think he would begin in Washington, D.C., that he would begin with our politics, he would begin with our social problems, he would begin with all of that sort of thing. I say to you, he would start in the churches. He would start in the churches. Judgment must begin at the house of God. What is our worship like? What is your life like? I wonder if he would begin with the temple of your own life. I wonder if there are things that are corrupted there. I wonder if there are things that need to be driven out there. I wonder if there are things that are out of order there. We oftentimes may think that our problem is a particular president, or our problem is a particular political party, or our problem is some financial issue, some social issue. No, the real issue is, what is your relationship with God like? Do you know him? Are you living for him? And when we think about our own nation, we must be convinced of this truth, that the greatest need our nation has is a spiritual one. And the only solution for our nation's ills, the only solution is spiritual in nature. You can't solve what's wrong with our country politically. I'm not saying, and you know this, I'm not saying we ought not to be politically active as citizens. What I'm saying to you is the answer is deeper than that. That's superficial. That's just a manifestation. The answer is spiritual in nature. It's salvation that's needed in the lives of people, one life at a time.